Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? So, I thought I'd make a video because it's been a while since I made one. It's been about 2 weeks since I made a video. And I don't want to say this video is going to be kind of serious. It's not really, like, really serious, but in some cases, I guess, depending on who it's coming from and who's listening, it really depends on the person's perspective and stuff like that. And, this is basically the video where I'm talking about if you have a parent or parents. In my case, I have one parent. Well, I got two parents, but one of my parents, just for some reason, and I don't know why, is not really attentive. I guess we can use that word, attentive. Or part of my life, I guess we can call them. I mean, they're there, like, they're in my life, but they're not there because they don't really pay attention. And I'm just going to talk about how this affects me on a day-to-day basis and what have I been really doing to try to make it so that I don't let it bother me. And let me tell you, sometimes it bothers me. Like, there's really nothing I could do, but it bothers me, and I'm just trying to not fix it per se, but I'm just trying to learn to cope with it. I've been coping with it for 25 years. You'd think I would have done better by now, but we're going to start with this. Obviously, I will say what parent it is. It is the M parent, my mother. My mother. Give you a bit of a backstory before I really fully get into this. I am 25, and when I was 2, my parents split. They divorced, they separated, whatever you want to call it. That's what they did. And when I was little, and when I say they, I really mean that they just did not get along. I don't know why they got married. I'm assuming because in a weird way, whatever, not about that. My mother just does not like my dad. My dad doesn't do anything wrong. He's been a great dad. He's been amazing. He's been my rock. He's been my support system. He's been everything. And my mom, just for some reason, doesn't like my dad. My dad never did anything wrong. He's been a great dad, an amazing dad. He's taken up more than enough than when he needs to take up with me. We'll start when I was little. From what I can remember, around the age of 11, I remember when I was growing up, my mom. I don't really know how to say this without sounding like a jerk, which I don't really mean to sound like a jerk, but it might come out that way. And there's a lot of pent up anger, or I've been working on my anger, obviously, but I'm good. I've learned how to deal with it. I learned how to cope with it. My mom basically never really paid attention to me growing up, and I'll give an example. Like, if something came up that was like about me per se, she would just not give a shit. She wouldn't care. She just would not care. And the thing is, I'll give an example. When I was little, and around the age of 11 or 12, which is, I think, in my personal opinion, one of the most important times in a child's life, because they're growing into teenagerhood somewhat, and they're starting to catch on to things. They're starting to develop who they are as a person. They're starting to figure out what they like, what they don't like, who they want to be, what they want to be, what they want to do to express themselves. And when I was 11, I remember I was in 6th grade. I decided that what I wanted, and basically what I decided what my style was going to be. Basically, I was going to be a alternative person, or a tomboy, or basically a girl that was not girly. And that's fine. That's my own opinion. I'm not dissing anyone who is feminine or who is girly or who likes to wear skirts. It's not me. It's not for me. I'll wear a dress if I feel like it, which is like never, because I don't like them. But when I started to develop into that aesthetic, my mother was not very supportive. She was not supportive. She was like, no, you're going to do what I tell you to do. And the thing is, with my mom and the way our relationship was when I was younger, there were a lot of attributes or either attributes or contributors that made my relationship with her very difficult. One of them was at the time was my stepfather, who is no longer my stepfather because they got divorced. My mom and him got divorced. So the thing is, my mother basically made it clear to me that she was not going to support me in what I chose to do as a style choice, I guess, when I was 11. And she was trying to push things on me, such as skirts or girly things that at the time in my life I just was not interested in. And the more she forced it on me, the more I rebelled. And I think the thing is, that's what a lot of young kids do when they don't have the support of a parent, or they don't have the support of their parents in something like their style or whatever they are or whatever they decide to do. At that young of an age, which was 11 or 12, you rebel. Not all cases, but in some cases you do tend to rebel. It's just what happens. My mother on the case was definitely not the woman to say no to, because if you said no to her, she would definitely make your life difficult. And I knew at the time that it was like, listen, this is my life. I need to decide how I'm going to be, how I'm going to act, how I'm going to dress. And I was 11. And again, I was trying to figure out who I was as a person with no motherly parental support. However, I had my dad. My dad is, like I said, he's one of my major supporters. He's been supporting me through my entire life, all the troubles, all the pain I've been through, all the growing up I had to do and stuff like that. Now, in this case, with my mom, because that is my female parent, usually with the girls, you relate to your moms. They help you with makeup. They help you with girl things. I'm not going to really say what it is, but, girl things. Like, you can basically let your mind wander. When you are 11 or 12 and you are experiencing growing up, my mother just wasn't there. Like, she just literally just did not give a shit. She basically was like, oh, you can look up on the internet. I'm going to the bar. That's basically how my mother was. And what sucks is the fact that, that's my mom, and I should have a closer relationship with her, yet I don't have one with her very much, and that's just how it is. So we're going to speed it up a little bit, give another example, and then I'll give present day. My mother was, like I said, she was not accepting of my alternative tomboy-ish style look, whatever you want to call it. She would try to force anything girly on me whenever she got the chance to. And one of these cases, and it's going to be a short story, was with my junior and senior proms. And the thing is, I'm a very unique person. I like to be unique. I like to be different. I like to stand out. I like to be me. I'm not some cookie straight cutter person. I like to be different. I have purple hair. I have a septum piercing. I have a nose piercing. I have piercings up my ears. Like, this is who I am. I'm just not normal. Like, I don't give a shit if I'm normal or not. I'm not normal. And my mom got me my dress for me, and she's like, oh, we're getting heels for you, right? And I'm like, no. And like, when I told her I was not getting heels, I was saying to her, Mom, I can't walk in heels. I can't walk in heels. I'm going to break my ankle. I'm not going to wear them that long anyway. They're going to be on my feet for like an hour, and then I'm going to take them off. So you might as well spend your money more effectively on a pair of shoes that I will wear with the dress that I can wear after the prom. No, she didn't do that. And she was trying to get me heels. And at the time, we got my dress. and we went to my dad's house because I was going to my dad's for the weekend. So, and by the way, I was like 16, 17 here. 17. So, I go to my dad's for the weekend. My mom drops me off, and my dad's like, hey, let me see a picture of your dress. I'm like, okay. I showed him a picture of my dress. He says, do you want to wear heels? I say, no, I don't want to wear heels. And then he says, do you want to wear sneakers? And I said, yes, I want to wear sneakers with my dress. It's just what I want to do. So my dad's like, okay, we're going to go to the mall, and I'm going to help you pick out a pair of sneakers with your dress. And he was very supportive about that. Like, he knew that it was more important for me to express myself and me to be who I was wanting to be as a person than be something who I was not. And I think that's important for a lot of kids that age, from the ages of maybe about, I want to say from the ages about 10, from the age of 10 to 18 is when you need to express yourself, whether it's through clothing, style, piercings, and everyone's different with the topic of piercings and tattoos. I get it. But in my personal case, I wanted to wear sneakers with my dress, and I found matching high top Chuck Taylor Converse to match my dress exactly. So my dad got me the shoes, and when it was time to go back to mom's, my mom flipped out. She just was like, you're not wearing those with your dress. You're just not doing it. And I'm like, why not? I don't want to wear heels. I hate heels. I hate flats. I hate heels. I'm not doing it. Just back off the subject. And like, she was trying really hard to push it on me to wear heels. And I was like, I'm not doing it. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. I don't like it. But the thing is, she was not understanding that that's not something that I wanted. She wanted it, and she was going to make me do it. Although I ended up winning that argument because I was like, I'm not doing it. So, present day, about a week ago, my mom came to town. My mother lives in Florida. Not going to say where. She lives in Florida. She came down for, I guess her friend's daughter was having a wedding shower. And what happened was she was in town, and she was like, okay, well, there's going to be a get-together at so-and-so's house. If you want to, you can come. And I'm like, okay. Oh, and like I said, this is present day. So what happened was she asked me to bring my grandmother, which I did. I picked up my grandmother. We went to the party, whatever. And a bunch of her friends were there. I don't really talk with her friends, obviously. I'm not that kind of person. Like, they're not my friends, they're her friends. Obviously, I'm going to be like, okay, hey, how you doing? But she has one friend, my mother has one friend in particular who's really nice, really sweet. And I was talking to her, and she's like, oh, do you still work here? Do you still do this? And I was like, yeah, we're just talking about it. And I was showing her pictures of my special effects makeup work. And she's like, oh, this is really cool. You seem to have like a really good passion for it. And then she says, Diane, that's my mother's name. Diane, look at this. And then my mom says, yeah, that's my freak of a daughter for you. What? I'm a freak now? Okay, I'm a freak. Whatever. Like, she was just trying to put me down. And again, I don't want to be rude about this, but the thing is, what happened was, where the party was, my mom's friend's house, my friend has her niece who lives on her own. The niece lives on her own with her boyfriend or whatever. My mom was like talking to her like nonstop. Didn't even say hi to me. I'm her daughter, and I got nothing. I didn't even get a hello. I didn't get a hug. I didn't get a kiss. I got nothing. Yet she's talking to this girl, and she's like, oh, I want to be invited to your wedding. Oh, if it's in Italy, I want to be invited to your wedding. I want to help you coordinate. I'm like, this is the thing you're supposed to help me with when I get married. Yet you're completely ignoring your child, your adult child, who is your daughter, who you made, basically, who came out of your body after 9 months, and she's here and she's wanting to talk to you, and yet you are ignoring her. You're not saying anything to her, and you're basically flaunting basically that she is just not what you wanted as a child. Basically. So basically not accepted whatsoever by my mother. Now, obviously I did get a little upset. Maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm a little hypersensitive. That's fine. I've learned that it's fine. I went upstairs to the bathroom. I shut the door. I let out a couple tears. I washed my face. I went back downstairs, and I continued to talk to my mom, to one of my mom's friend, the one that actually was interested in what I was learning and doing. Now, the other thing is, and this is, in my opinion, for my situation, I can't tell you what's good for you, but in my situation, this is what's tough for me. My mom, like I said, has never been there. She's been in my life. I lived with the woman for like 17 years. But it was like we weren't a mother-daughter relationship. It was like two roommates living in a house together, or two people living in a house. It wasn't mother and daughter. It was just always like, oh, hey. When I was younger, she'd introduce me to her friends as the kid. Oh, hey, this is the kid. Okay, I'm the kid. Okay, whatever. I'm a freak. Okay. Basically, we went to New York City because she wanted to go to New York City, and there was a place where I wanted to check out. So obviously, I don't know how I got her to say yes to it, but I did. And we went to this really cool bar in NYC. I'm 25, so obviously I can drink. It's not really a problem. I had one or two drinks that day, and it was basically a Tim Burton themed bar. Spooky, up my alley, creepy, love it. We get to the bar, we're looking at the menu, I see what I want to drink, and I'm just looking at the atmosphere, I'm taking pictures, I'm telling the bartenders, I'm like, oh, this is so cool, I work at a haunted house, I love this stuff like that. And my mom is just like not interested. Like, she's trying to be. Like, I could tell she was trying, but failing really bad. And she does this thing whenever she does not like what we're doing. She complains about it until she makes you feel so uncomfortable that you don't even want to be there anymore. And the thing is, I got once of a lifetime to go to this really cool spooky themed bar that I really wanted to go to. I got pictures, I got a shirt, I got a t-shirt. My mom got me a shirt, which I'm appreciative for. I'm appreciative that she bought me a shirt and that she got me a drink and she helped me pay for my meals that day. I'm appreciative for that. But what I'm not appreciative for is that she basically, sorry, my nose ring, is that basically she just did not want to be there. Like, she was trying to like it, but then sometimes she's like, I don't want to be here. I see nothing that I want here. But I'm like, Mom, this place isn't really for you. This is more of a thing for me to experience. And I think she was disappointed because it's a small bar. But let's be honest here, every place in NYC is small because it's super expensive to rent there. So basically, she was kind of downing it. And the thing is, I'm going to be honest, I still have not figured out how to fully deal with this. Feeling like you're not loved by your mom, feeling like, you're not good enough, feeling like that you're just a bother or that you're worthless or whatever. And the thing is, sorry, I'm trying to not get emotional about this, is that, in my case personally, I've dealt with it for so long. But when she moved to Florida, it got a lot easier just because she's not really here as much. Like, I see her maybe twice a year at most. She pays for my car insurance. I'm very appreciative of that. But the thing is, she doesn't know who I am. Like, when she was down, we got pedicures, and I was like, oh yeah, purple's my favorite color, and she just wasn't paying attention. Like, she's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's such a bother to know what your daughter's favorite color is, or it's such a bother to do what makes your daughter happy. And this is the other thing, because this video is getting kind of long. As you guys know, my dad, who is my rock, my saving grace, He did something for me this year that was amazing, and he went to the Vans Warped Tour, the final Vans Warped Tour with me, and he stood in the blistering hot sun for 8 hours, from 11 p.m. to 6:40 p.m. and beyond, and we rocked out. I mean, it fully was not his favorite music scheme. He did like a couple bands. He liked Bowling for Soup and Simple Plan, yes. And he went to that with me. He didn't want to, but he kept telling me it's the right thing for me to do because you really want to go, and it's the last one. And you want to experience it. And the thing is, my mom. When I was talking to my mom's friend about that, my mom's friend's cool. Like, she's really chill. She's like, yeah, your dad's cool. Whenever when I was talking to her friend, and I was like, yeah, he went with me, and I showed her the picture, my mother was getting really pissed off. Like, the thing is, my dad is awesome. Like, he's my saving grace. He's awesome. He did that for me. He's helping me out financially right now. He's helping me out, get my shit together, get my life together. He's helping me understand things that to the best that he can do. But the thing is, in the case of my mom, in my opinion, it's always going to sting. And the thing is, I'm a good person, and the thing is, I don't want to make my mom sound like a freaking evil person, but there are times when my mother does things, and she connects things that have no business of being connected, and she takes shit out on me all the time. And she said some pretty horrific things to me when I was growing up, like really mean, hurtful things. Things that you don't ever want to tell your child, whether you have a son or a daughter or your husband or family or whatever. And I have to live with the consequences of what she has said to me before. And I've dealt with it. I have anxiety, which I am taking control. I've been coping. I'm a lot better now, and I'm okay. I'm good. Like, I'm good. But when I was a teenager, it was a lot worse. I'm able to control my thoughts. I'm able to function day to day like a nice, normal person. Like, someone who has grown. I have grown. I have matured. I have grown so much in the past year. And, of course, I wish my mom could be there. I wish my mom could pay more attention. I wish my mom would be like, hey, I necessarily am not into this, but I know you are. So let's go. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to complain. We're going to have a good time. But the thing is, in the end, I can't change her. And that was the biggest secret that I had to learn. I can't change her. I can't force her to do anything. I can't make her do anything. She has to want to do it. If she doesn't want to do it, fine, whatever. Her life. I'm appreciative, though. She pays my car insurance. She helped me out in New York because I had no money. And I appreciate that, but I wish she and I could have a better relationship. And I wish she could understand to the extent of what she has done to me. Or made me, or how she's made me feel. But the thing is, that's not going to change. She doesn't think she did anything wrong. Like, even though she's done it wrong, she doesn't think she did it wrong. And the thing is, in the end, I had to be like, listen, Mom, this is who I am, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm me. I'm just being me when I wear my piercings or my band shirts or whatever I have that she does not like. I'm not girly. I'm not gonna be girly. I hate dresses. I hate skirts. I like hats. I like sneakers. I like band shirts. I'm just me. I'm real. I'm not gonna be something I'm not just because someone wants me to be. And for my mom to not quite understand that, whatever. When I was younger, I felt obligated, but when I got older, I'm like, I'm not gonna care. And I can definitely tell you, ever since I stopped caring about what my mother's thought of me, of course, I'm gonna be honest, I am a good-hearted person. I'm a good-hearted person. I'm just a little more unique on the outside. My mother doesn't quite understand that. She wants me to be like her. She wants me to be more feminine. And that's just not who I am as a person. And if I decide to be, fine. That's my choice. But right now, I don't plan on that happening. But in the end, again, I had to grow up and I had to be like, Mom, if you don't accept me, fine. Whatever. I'm going to still do me. I'm still going to be me. You live in Florida. You don't live here anymore. You're my mother. I respect you. It's hard to respect you after everything that we've been through and that you've done to me, but I'm still here and I'm still going to respect you as my mother. Although it's hard. It's very hard. But again, I had to learn to stick up for myself with her. She thought it would be okay to basically threaten me if I didn't do something that she wanted, that she was going to ground me. So basically, if I didn't wear heels, she was going to ground me. How stupid is that? Like, really, how stupid is that? Like, that's really freaking stupid. And, you know, now that I'm 25 and I'm basically old enough to make my own decisions, I'm so happy because I've been doing me. I've been making myself happy. And that, to my knowledge, that's all that I need right now. I'm working on it, guys. But in the case if you are like me and you have a parent or parents who don't really understand, or who are there in your life but they're not there in your life, if that makes sense, or if they're like an absent parent, like they're in your life, you live with them, or they're paying for you but they don't pay attention to you, or they don't care to pay attention to you, or they don't care to spend time with you, or they put you down, or they make you feel insecure or inferior, then I know it's hard, especially when you're a teenager and you're going through a bunch of crap that you don't understand. And it's hard because you don't have that parent in your life. In my case, I didn't have my mother. She was there, she worked, I lived with her, she paid for some shit here and there. But when I had a cry torment, she didn't pay attention. She was balancing her checkbook. When I had my winter concert with the chorus, she was texting. When I was throwing shot put and track, she was on her computer. Like, you know, she was there, but attentive wise, she was not there. She wasn't watching me, paying attention to what I was doing. She was doing something else because she thought, well, this is more important than my daughter. And in the cases, you know, like I said, I love my mom. It's hard to love her, but I love her. I'm not going to ever have a close relationship with her, and I have to come to that realization. And I'm almost there, and I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm taking care of my stuff. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm okay. I've grown up a lot in the past year. In the past couple years, actually. I'm doing what I have to do to learn and to be an adult. And that's what's most important to me. And I can thank my dad for that, because my dad is awesome. He's my rock. He's my saving grace. I love my dad. He's taken up a lot of crap from me, and you know, he deals with my crazy butt. But I love my dad. He's like my best friend, and I'm grateful to have a dad who is more than understanding, who is like, hey, she's my daughter, I'm proud of her, I want her to express herself, I want her to wear sneakers with her dress, I want her to be her, I want her to be happy with who she is. And if it wasn't for my dad, I don't know where I would be. But I'm so lucky to have a dad like mine, and I love my dad. I love you, Dad. If you ever see this video, I love you. You're my best friend. I love you. And I hope this video helped. If you guys have a parent or parents who don't accept you, or don't really pay attention to you, or who are there but they're not there, they're not like attentive all the time, like they let things just pass them by because they're doing other crap that's stupid, or they make you feel bad because you're not what they wanted. The most I can say is just be you. Have a good time. And you only live once. Enjoy your life. Enjoy it. Really enjoy it. You'll be happy that you are you. And I'm certainly happy that you are you. And you know, we all grow as we get older. We all learn. We all mature. And like I said, I love you, Dad. You're my best friend. And to my subscribers who are also dealing with something similar, remember, I love you. And remember, we're the creeps. We're going to be something, I'm going to call us something that defines us, that makes us happy. And basically we're the creeps. I hope you guys liked this video. I know it was kind of long. I know it's kind of out in. But like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment if you've ever experienced something similar to me. And let me know if you want more videos like this. I can talk to you guys more about my youth, my upbringing, what I dealt with when I was younger, stuff like that. Because I want you guys to know me. And I'm real. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, creeps. Bye.